Ladies and gentlemen, gearheads and Harley faithful, brace yourselves. The legend is back. After decades of dormancy, Harley Davidson has just rewritten motorcycle history by resurrecting one of its most iconic machines. This is the 2025 Harley Davidson Knucklehead. Born in the late 1930s, the original Knucklehead was a revolutionary force, a bike that changed the trajectory of American motorcycling forever. Now, in 2025, it's back. But it's not just a vintage reissue. This is a modernized masterpiece, a brutal blend of nostalgia, mechanical muscle, and cutting-edge engineering. In today's video, we're diving deep into everything you need to know about the reborn Knucklehead. From its vintage DNA to its modern muscle, we've got the full breakdown. Design. The past meets the future. Harley has nailed the impossible. The 2025 Knucklehead is a rolling time machine. Classic lines, teardrop tank, wide stance, and that unmistakable engine profile that gave the original its name. Those signature, knuckle, rocker boxes. They're here, modernized, but faithful to the 1936 classic. But look closer. This isn't a museum piece. LED lighting is seamlessly integrated into vintage-style housings. The instrument cluster blends a classic analog speedo with a crisp digital display, giving riders old-school vibes with 21st-century clarity. Everything about this design screams, heritage reborn. The tank wears the old-school Harley Davidson badge, hand-painted in some trims. Spoked wheels, deep fenders, and bobbed rear ends bring out its retro roots, while premium finishes, matte black, heritage chrome, and even distressed steel, add modern attitude. Engine. The reborn heart of a beast. Now let's talk about the soul of the Knucklehead, its engine. In 1936, the original OHV V-twin was revolutionary. In 2025, it's a monster. Harley calls it the Neo-Knuckle V-twin, a 144 cubic inch 2,360cc air and oil-cooled beast built to pay homage to the original, while delivering modern-day thunder. It punches out a raw 125 horsepower and a staggering 135 pound-feet of torque, all tuned for that unmistakable Harley loping idle and bar-rattling grunt. But this isn't just brute force. The Neo-Knuckle features variable valve timing, ride-by-wire throttle, and a dual-mode exhaust that lets riders toggle between classic rumble and street savage. From idle to redline, the engine roars with charisma. It's mechanical, visceral, and loud in all the right ways. The 2025 Knucklehead doesn't whisper, it howls. Chassis and frame. Old looks, new backbone. The frame is where Harley truly worked their magic. From a distance, it mirrors the classic rigid frame look of the pre-war era. But underneath, it's a modern steel tubular frame with a hidden monoshock suspension, preserving the hardtail look without the punishment. The rake is aggressive at 30 degrees, with a long 66-inch wheelbase. The seat height is a manageable 26.5 inches, low enough to feel old school, but comfortable for long rides. The entire chassis is built for strength and responsiveness. Whether you're cruising downtown or carving highways, the 2025 Knucklehead rides smoother than any vintage machine ever could. Suspension and handling. Gliding on grit. The front fork is a nod to classic springers, but uses modern Showa internals for superior damping and rebound. In back, a mono-shock suspension with adjustable preload is cleverly hidden under the seat pan. Despite its vintage vibes, the Knucklehead handles like a modern cruiser. Lean angles are respectable, cornering is confident, and the ride is plush without feeling disconnected. At 735 pounds wet, it's a heavy bike, but it carries its weight low, giving riders control at slow speeds and stability at high ones. Technology. Classic on the outside, smart on the inside. While the Knucklehead looks vintage, Harley didn't skimp on tech. Tucked behind the analog-style speedometer is a TFT interface for navigation, ride modes, diagnostics, and media controls. You get Bluetooth connectivity, integrated Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a minimalist bar-mounted joystick to control it all. There are also 3 ride modes: Heritage, Cruise, and Sport. Each adjusts throttle response, ABS sensitivity, and engine braking. Cruise control comes standard, along with Harley's Reflex defensive rider systems, traction control, cornering ABS, drag torque slip control, and even tire pressure monitoring. You're riding a relic, but with all the safety of a 2025 flagship. Brakes and wheels. Modern grip, classic style. The 2025 Knucklehead rides on 16-inch wire spoke wheels, wrapped in Dunlop D402s. Classic whitewall options are available too. Braking is handled by twin 300mm front discs with 4-piston Brembo calipers and a 292mm rear rotor with a dual-piston caliper. It's more than enough stopping power to rein in all that V-twin fury. ABS is standard, and thanks to Harley's cornering assist tech, you'll feel confident even during emergency maneuvers in wet conditions. Ergonomics and comfort, nostalgia without the ache. The riding triangle is pure American cruiser, wide bars, mid-forward pegs, and a solo seat that feels sculpted for long rides. You sit deep in the bike, not on top of it, giving that classic Harley, in the machine, sensation. Harley offers an optional 2-up seat and detachable sissy bar for those who want to tour. Heated grips and cruise control are also optional add-ons, making this a surprisingly long-haul capable machine. Even wind buffeting has been considered, with a removable vintage-style windshield available as an accessory. Customization, built for the garage artist. No Harley is complete without personalization, and the 2025 Knucklehead is built with the customizer in mind. Harley's parts and accessories catalog includes spring saddle seat options, tank graphics and color kits, chrome or blackout engine kits, performance air intakes and slip-ons, vintage saddlebags and tail racks, ape hanger bars or drag bars, custom wheel packages. From bobber to bagger, the new Knucklehead is a canvas for self-expression. Sound, that iconic growl reborn. You can't talk about a Harley, especially a Knucklehead, without mentioning the sound. That signature potato-potato rhythm is here, tuned to perfection. The 2x2 exhaust system was designed with acoustic engineers to capture the deep, uneven lope of the original Knuckle. At idle, it pulses. On throttle, it roars. On deceleration, it crackles and pops with character. It's raw. It's American. It's Harley at full volume, and it's street legal in all 50 states thanks to active exhaust flaps that close under low load. Price and trims, a premium ride. The 2025 Knucklehead doesn't come cheap, but it was never meant to. Base MSRP starts at $24,999 USD. That gets you the standard trim with matte black finishes and minimalist detailing. Step up to the Classic Tribute Edition at $27,995, and you get Heritage Chrome Finish, two-tone paint, white wall tires, vintage leather seat, engraved tank badges, top tier, Founders Edition. Models are limited to 1,936 units worldwide, priced at $32,500, a tribute to the original Knucklehead's debut year. Each comes with a numbered plaque, signed certificate of authenticity, and exclusive finish options like